This is Micah, and welcome to Living Life Strong, where I give you powerful how-to tips on how you can intentionally happen to your life instead of your life happening to you. And so yesterday we talked about how to deal with hope through confession, and today we're going to talk about how to keep hope alive in your marriage. Statistics show that happily married people are better adjusted, more successful, healthier, and even wealthier than their unhappily married counterparts. And so even though we have these statistics, the majority of couples still struggle. Some even divorce. A lot of it is due to unresolved conflict, including money, sex, friends, in-laws, child rearing. There's a slew of reasons. But none of these things have the right to rob you of the blessings that God intended for your marriage to be. See, God is the originator of marriage. He's the one that thought it up. And His Word is the best source to keep marital issues from damaging our marriages. The Bible never promises a problem-free marriage, but it does give us guidance and counsel to help us through every challenge that we might face in our marriages. First and foremost, God designed marriage to be for keeps. In Genesis 2:24, it says that man should leave his father and his mother and cleave or cling to his wife, that they would be one flesh. And so it's interesting that he uses the word cleave there because that actually means this, to stick together like glue. You see, his plan was for husband and wife to be adhered together as if by superglue for life. I mean, it sounds perfect, right? But the issue is that your marriage, like all others, is made up of two imperfect people. And imperfect people don't make perfect marriages. Most couples try to fix their problems just as they come along. But after time and a lot of repeated disappointments, hopelessness, it's easy for hopelessness to set in. And then one day, something comes along and it's the straw that broke the camel's back. One person says, look, if you're not going to change, if this is not going to change, I'm out. But don't give up hope if you're at that point. Ephesians 1:18, Paul prayed for the believers, and he prayed that they would know that God's exceeding greatness and His power toward us who believe according to the working of His mighty power. So maybe your marriage, it just needs a little tweaking, or maybe you feel like it's damaged beyond repair. But if you'll put your trust in God, your hope in God, and let Him be the source of your hope. See, it says in Jeremiah 29:11 that God has thoughts of peace and not evil, that He wants to give us a future and a hope. You see, hope can be to your marriage what a blood transfusion is to someone who has lost a lot of blood. And so, in fact, they tell us that every couple, even when both couples are Christians, they have about 10 issues that they'll never resolve. So you might think, well, if I'm married to somebody else, I won't have all these issues. But the truth is, if you were to divorce and remarry, you're still going to take those issues with you. So how do we deal with these issues? Well, James 4:1, the Bible says that what causes fights and quarrels among us, it says, don't they come from your own desires, the battle that's within you? Well, yeah, but it's not me, it's them. They're the problem. But according to the Bible, that conflict is rooted in selfishness. See, when two people both desire to put their own interest first, conflict is inevitable. Sometimes we just need to stop and say to our spouse, you know what the problem is? The problem is I'm not getting my way. And I guarantee that if you'll stop and you'll do that, sometimes you'll realize how selfish we're really being. Because things can get out of hand pretty quickly when both people refuse to change and are selfish. Most of the time, we only see the other person's selfishness, and it's harder to see our own fault in these situations. There's an anonymous quote that says, at the end of the day, you can either focus on what's tearing you apart or what's keeping you together. I want to encourage you to focus on what's keeping you together. Remember, the person that you married, remember how you felt about them when you first got married. I hate to tell you, but they're the same person. So strengthen your marriage with less complaining, less blaming, less comparing, and fill it with kindness and patience and gratitude and contentment. And so put in the comments below, tag them, and let them know how much that you love them. Have a great day, live life strong, and we'll see you tomorrow when we talk about secrets to use hope for financial success.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow Living Word on social media. We post content each and every week, and you don't want to miss out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and our Instagram, and make sure to turn on notifications for all three, so you'll receive the latest news, updates, and content right at your fingertips.